Welcome to 5 Minutes With. Today we have Professor of Public Health, Jouni Jaakkola.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for being with us.
Thank you for the invitation.
Jouni, can you tell us a little bit about your research projects?
Okay, so my research in one sentence covers environmental effects on health and well-being.
Yeah.
The scope is rather broad. For the past decade or more, I have been interested in global change, its influence on the environment, and then effects mediated to human health and well-being.
Yes, so this is also very central to the program Biodiverse Anthropocenes. Can you maybe also speak about the specificities of the links between the program and your current research, though?
Okay, yes, it has become more obvious that issues of climate change and loss of biodiversity are linked together, both in interaction per se, but also through their potential health effects. And so how one can look at it is that both of them have common drivers. Mm-hmm. So the human pressure to the environment causes both change in the climate as well as changes in the biodiversity. Climate change itself influences biodiversity and vice versa. So the green space functions as a sink of, let's say, greenhouse gases. Mm-hmm. And so there is a complex causal web leading from human pressures via climate changes in biodiversity to health and well-being. And recently, even to more existentialist problems, influences in culture, perhaps increases in the risk of human conflicts and survival.
Yes, so in that respect, may I ask you to elaborate a little bit more about one specific episode that led you to this conclusion?
Okay, so I studied medicine at the University of Helsinki, and during my medical school, I was also involved in editing the student journal Medicine, and I was even editor-in-chief at one point, and I put together a special issue on environment and health. And that kind of started my interest, and eventually I shifted from journalism to research. There are a lot of similarities in those, although also some differences. But anyway, so that influenced my career decisively. And another kind of an important point in my career took place about 20 years later in a conference in Edmonton, where I attended probably one of the first workshops dealing with the effects of climate change on health. And with the main speaker, late Professor Anthony McMichael. And he raised this possibility that these big global changes actually are crucial to human health and survival. And at that time, the first reaction was that yes, it may be, but how can you study it? Mm. So the whole field was using empirical methods, and there was not much knowledge and interest in, for example, future projections, which are quite central when trying to understand the influence of climate change or biodiversity on human health.
Yes, yes. Fantastic. So now you're totally in your field developing these links and connections with climate change. Wonderful. Well, we hope to hear more about this when you read your text as well and your articles and published papers. And with this, I think we are reaching the conclusion of our interview today. See you next time.